Where's north from here?
Alright there trainers, I'm some northern guy. Now speculation and theories about Pokemon Generation 8 are everywhere at the moment, and in reality we know very little, only rumours. There's very little confirmed stuff we know. We don't even know 100% for certain if the Pokemon game they're making for the Nintendo Switch is Generation 8, but come on, it's gonna be. It's extremely likely that it is. The theory videos and the speculation videos are literally all over YouTube right now, and I thought it was about time that I got on the hype train. So in today's video, I want to discuss the possibility of regional variants returning in Generation 8. Gen 7 brought us regional variants in the form of Alola forms, which were Alolan versions of Generation 1 Pokemon. The differences between the two forms could be as simple as tagging on an extra typing to the already existing type of that Pokemon, or in some cases they just completely changed the Pokemon altogether and gave them a brand new type that is just completely polar opposite to its original typing. And in some cases it wasn't even the full evolutionary chain that got an Alolan form. I really love the concept of regional variants, and I hope it's going to stick around in Generation 8. I can't really see Gamefreak introducing it for one generation and then dropping it completely. Generation 6 introduced us to Mega Evolution in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, and then the Gen 3 remakes of Mega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire expanded on that and gave us more Pokemon that could Mega Evolve. Yet when Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon came around, we didn't get new Alola forms like everyone thought we would. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still quite salty over that. If they can add 3 new forms from Necrozma, pull out 4 brand new Ultra Beasts and a new Mythical, then they can add some more Alola forms. And even though we didn't get any new Mega Evolutions in Generation 7, Mega Evolution was still available, albeit during the post-game and not part of the main story, which, to be honest, I was fine with that. But the whole concept of regional variants is a literal goldmine for Gamefreak. It means they can take old Pokemon, old fan favourites, and redesign them and make brand new Pokemon essentially. The groundwork is already there for them, which, yes, is very lazy, and I would rather have, say, 100 plus more brand new Generation 8 Pokemon. But regional variants of older Pokemon from different generations, not just Generation 1, yeah, that wouldn't really be a bad thing, would it? Now, the rumours are that this new region for Generation 8 is going to be based off either Spain or Italy, and the fan favourite is Spain. Now, even though I'd rather a region based off Italy, I do agree I think Spain is more likely. So for this video, I'm going to give you my 5 ideas for new regional variants for a Spanish region. Starting us off at number 5 is a regional variant for Noctowl. Noctowl is a huge fan favourite amongst Generation 2 fans, myself included. It is a brilliant Pokemon, and it's probably my favourite regional bird, or it's at least in my top 3. It's based off the horned owl, and a type of horned owl is the Eurasian eagle owl, which can be found, you guessed it, in Spain. All over Europe actually. I think Noctowl definitely missed out on the Mega Evolution craze, and again on the Alolan forms, like so many other Pokemon that weren't part of Generation 1, and I'd love to see more Gen 2 and Gen 4 Pokemon especially get regional variants, and I think Noctowl is just the perfect candidate. What typing would it be? Well, quite easy really, a flying ghost type. I mean, Noctowl at the very least should have been a psychic type from the very beginning, but I think ghost suits it a lot more. And there's only a handful of Pokemon with that typing already, those being the Drifloon evolution line and Oricorio. And yes, I know we have Decidueye who's a ghost owl, but that's a grass ghost type. This is completely different. Now, I'm a firm believer that we will get Diamond and Pearl remakes after Gen 8, so we'll have the main series Generation 8 games, and then Diamond and Pearl remakes on the Switch. And because of this, I think Generation 8 is going to have a lot of links to Gen 4. Now, the reason I say that is because there's quite a few Gen 4 Pokemon that evolved from Generation 2 Pokemon, like Mamoswine, Weavile, and Togekiss to name a few. And in Gen 4 we got the remakes of Gold and Silver, being Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So it wouldn't surprise me if quite a few Gen 4 Pokemon got regional variants for Generation 8. And I think a brilliant Gen 4 candidate for a regional variant would be Staraptor. Staraptor is quite the fan favourite when it comes to Gen 4, and it's based off a bird of prey. So I think a really good inspiration for its regional variant would be the Spanish Imperial Eagle. This eagle was nearly extinct by the 1960s, with only 30 breeding pair left in all the world, and all of them lived in Spain. And since then the species has somewhat recovered, with 324 breeding pair reported in 2011, 318 pairs living in Spain. So yeah, it's pretty damn Spanish. I think a cool typing for a Spanolian? No, let's not try that again. I think a pretty cool typing for a Spanish regional variant of Staraptor would be a flying fighting type, mostly because one of Staraptor's signature moves is close combat, a fighting type move, and I think it's somewhat poetic that it would be based off a species that almost went extinct but fought its way back. Another brilliant Gen 4 candidate for a regional variant is Luxray, again a huge fan favourite when it comes to Gen 4. The Luxray line is based off a lynx, and in Spain there is a creature called the Iberian lynx. It's a very rare cat that is only found in the wild in Spain. It lives in mountainous regions and grasslands, so I think a brilliant type for it would be a grass and dark type. Grass type because I think you could come up with some brilliant designs for the Luxray line, such as having their tufts of fur look like grass or flowers blooming on their tails, similar to these designs here. And dark type because dark type just suits the evolution line anyway, but also it sort of hints at the elusiveness and rarity of the Iberian lynx. Now, this might come as a surprise to some of you, because obviously we all know that Gliscor is absolutely perfect, but I would love to see a regional variant of Gliscor. Come on guys, it's my mascot, it's my favourite Pokemon, I really want my boy to get some love here. Leading up to the release of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I was hoping and praying for more Alolan forms, especially an Alolan Gliscor. Sadly, it never came, so I think it deserves some justice in Generation 8. Now, rather obviously, part of the inspiration for Gliscor's design comes from scorpions. And apparently, scorpions are actually quite common in Spain. I didn't know that until making this video. So I think a brilliant typing for this regional variant of Gliscor would be ground and poison type. Now, even though he's my favourite Pokemon, I always forget Gliscor is actually part flying type. I think it's because so much of its strategy and so much of its design and its abilities are related to poison. However, making Gliscor a poison type means it loses the ability to have Poison Heal, since you can't poison a poison type. And that's one of the main reasons why I love it and love using it in competitive battles, and why it's so annoying to go up against. So just to keep that level of annoyingness, I'd give it Levitate. However, just like Pikachu, Execute and Cubone, I'd want Gligar to stay its original form and not get a regional variant, so Gligar would still be a ground flying type but gains poison type upon evolving. And finally, I know the rest of this list has been Gen 4 and Gen 2, but I have to chuck in a Generation 1 Pokemon here. Mostly because, let's be honest, Pokemon is making a huge transition to the Switch, so they are going to milk it for the Gen 1 fans. But also because this Pokemon just makes the most sense. Like, I cannot think of a better Pokemon to get a Spanish regional variant than Tauros. Now, whether you agree with it or not, bullfighting is a huge thing in Spain. So I think a normal fighting type version of Tauros just makes so much sense. There's not really much more I can say here. For its design, I can see it being a lot bigger and bulkier, maybe with a black colour palette. As for its stats, I mean, Tauros is pretty hard hitting anyway, so maybe up its speed a little bit, up its defences a bit, I suppose. Or simply keep its stats the same and give it some awesome fighting type moves like close combat. Maybe a brand new move that's unique to this variant of Tauros. So those are just 5 of my ideas for possible regional variants for this new region that is most likely going to be based off Spain. Let me know in the comment section down below. For a start, do you want to see regional variants return in Generation 8? And what Pokemon would you love to see get a little bit of a makeover? If you enjoyed today's video, then hit that like button and subscribe and click the bell for more videos from me. I will see you all in the next video, but until then, keep training and have a good one. See you later.